Welcome back and Merry Christmas. You can make the argument this year's First Financial Wabash Valley Classic has the most Division I talent since the 2008 tourney. For the last several years, I've given you, the fans, the players to watch heading into the event, and this year is no different. Here are 5 players that I think are worth the price of admission at this year's Classic. Just one player heads into this year's First Financial Wabash Valley Classic as a Division I basketball commit. That player is Cloverdale's Cooper Neese, who's already verbally committed to Butler. The Clover's 6'4" guard is one of the top juniors in the state. He's currently ranked the 7th best overall player in the entire state. He's a prolific scorer, averaging more than 25 per game. He's regarded as one of the top shooters in the state. What's scary is the fact his high school coach, Patrick Rady, thinks Neese's better days on the hardwood are still ahead of him.
We're just scratching the surface. I think he is a gym rat. He continues to study, and he's constantly working on his individual games, working on individual moves. He's gotten better every year. Terre Haute South point guard Jhelum Allen hasn't committed yet, but will end up at a Division I school. He's already had offers from Indiana State, IUPUI, and New Orleans. He's receiving interest from Kent State, Ball State, St. Louis, Toledo, Western Illinois, and Ohio University. It's easy to see why in the video you're watching. The Braves junior has a deadly shot, but can get to the hole with ease. He can take over games like what he did December 15th at Robinson, scoring 21 of his 29 points in the fourth quarter and overtime in a Braves win.
His offensive potential is unlimited. He can really put the ball in the basket. He plays great. His teammates really enjoy playing with him. You know, last year he was our leading scorer, leading assist, had the ball in his hands a lot. So I think it's just going to be a natural progression growing a year older and just asking a little more out of him.
Another junior to watch is Marshall point guard Josiah Wallace. The 6'3" Lion has an offer from Cornell and has received interest from Air Force, Evansville, Belmont, Ball State, and South Dakota State. Easy to see why all the D1 schools are interested in him. This kid is fun to watch with the ball in his hands. A big difference in Wallace's game from last year to this year is his athleticism. He's really developed into an all-around threat. The point guard always finds the open guy but can score as well. His coach says he's just great at running the show.
He's a leader. I mean, he's nonstop. He's chattering the whole time. He keeps the team alive. Then he goes out on the floor and he backs it up. You know, he's a quality player who can shoot the ball, pass the ball, takes the ball, penetration, and you know, defensively he'll keep us going. So you know, he has an all-around game.
Our next player you could call the Russell Westbrook of the Wabash Valley. Linton's Josh Debo is a triple-double waiting to happen. He shares the rock, is a great rebounder for a guard, and can score. Known as a driver, he has developed a really nice outside game this season. What separates D-Ball from other greats, he might be the best defender in the tourney. He is a lockdown defender. The 6'3" junior has started receiving interest from mid-majors like Bowling Green.
Can obviously play, and he just continues to get better. He's one of the best defenders I've ever coached, and you know, people always say he can't go left, but he makes 25-footers. So
our last player is our youngest on the watch list, in Terre Haute South sophomore Diavion Washington. This young man's upside is ridiculous. He oozes with talent, which is evident by the Division I schools after him. He already has offers from IUPUI in New Orleans. Big-time D1 schools are showing interest in him, like Virginia, IU, Purdue, Butler, Xavier, and several mid-majors are after him, including Indiana State, Ball State, and Illinois State. The 6'4" Brave has always been a slasher, but he's added a jump shot to his game this year that has made him even better.
He's shooting the ball a lot more from the outside than he did last year, which we still want him to attack the basket, but it's nice that he's more all-around player.
This year's First Financial Wabash Valley Classic takes place at Terre Haute North High School. The tourney tips off tomorrow. Then there's an off day on Sunday and will resume Monday, December 28th and run through the 30th.